Hello, Internet. Welcome to Man Cave Messages. I'm Austin Chambers.
David Lambert.
And today we're going to talk about older movies that weren't really blockbusters. You know, like we all have movies from our youth that are not really talked about. They're not, like mainstream. You don't see it on T-shirts and things like that.
They still play older music on older movies on Netflix. You don't see these movies on Netflix.
No, you don't see it on HBO or Showtime or cable.
Once in a while, once in a great while, you might see it on Showtime or HBO, but
not very often.
No, it's pushing it if you do.
A couple of these were hard to find to purchase. They were,
yes.
Like we had to find people on Amazon that were holding on to these movies. So we're going to start with Out Cold.
This is our newest one we have.
Yeah, this is from 2001.
That's the newest one. Everything else is a lot older than that.
Out Cold was it was like a buddy comedy movie kind of. It's a bunch of slackers working at this ski resort.
Yeah, drinking, a whole lot of drinking.
Yeah.
Zach Galifianakis is in it.
One of the Londons, Jason London.
And there's a whole lot of messing around, screwing with each other. Basically, just what you do with your friends if you worked at a ski resort together. Basically,
the ski resort's about to get sold to this major corporation ran by this guy. And this is what I thought was funny. Was it John Majors?
Yeah,
John Majors, played by, ironically enough, Lee Majors.
So.
And basically, it was them trying to get this purchase stopped. And,
they had a bunch of sticklers, ski patrol people, and these guys were just, they were always battling each other. Good movie.
Shenanigans,
Funny as hell.
Polar bear incident, where Zach Galifianakis gets abused by a polar bear. Yeah. Great movie, though. Check it out. That one's probably the most likely to be found on cable.
Yeah, I think I've seen it once or twice on Netflix, but not very often. Amazon Prime does have it, I believe.
Yeah.
So you can check it out on there.
So that our next one, Better Off Dead.
It's one of my all-time favorite movies.
First starring role by John Cusack.
Yep.
This is also a very parodied movie, though. There's a scene, because the grand finale of this movie is John Cusack's character is trying to win back his ex-girlfriend, who is now dating the captain of the ski team. Yeah. And they race down K2, this treacherous ski slope. And Family Guy parodied it.
Yep.
I think Simpsons did too. But no one's ever heard of it. We found it on YouTube.
$2. That's like a kid.
The little newspaper delivery boy trying to get his payment, $2, chasing John Cusack around.
All through the movie.
A sexy French foreign exchange student.
Yeah.
That eventually becomes John Cusack's love interest. A lot of hallucinations and suicide attempts that go.
And then, what's his name?
Same guy that plays Booger.
Yeah, always trying to do drugs like snorting snow and other stuff.
Yeah. It's a great movie. Kicked off John Cusack's wonderful career.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a huge John Cusack fan.
He's a good actor.
So also check it out. Like I said, we found it on YouTube.
You can get the full movie on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's the only movie on the list that I found that you can get the full movie on YouTube. I tried checking it out, and some of them, it'll play like 20 minutes, and then they canceled it, or you can't get it at all.
Yeah, you have to pay money here.
Yeah.
If you can find it on another site, hit it up in the comments. Let us know where you can find it. Same thing with any of these movies, because a lot of these movies are, like I said, tough to find. Next movie is Three Ninjas. Oh my God! When I was a kid,
the original.
The original Three Ninjas. A goofy premise. It's three kids that every summer they go visit their grandpa, who is a ninja master, and teaches them ninjutsu. Their dad is some sort of scientist.
Yeah.
And this evil, crime lord is trying to get a new invention or some information about some scientific thing. So he tries to kidnap these kids. He tries to send these three idiot stoner guys to kidnap them, and they, throw on their ninja stuff, and hijinks ensue.
Yeah. My favorite part was when they put the laxative in the drink.
Yeah.
The big gulp.
Yeah. They put palm olive dish soap all over this hallway, and the three kidnappers slide all around. And it's a great movie, great kid movie.
Yeah, it's definitely
Great.
family-friendly.
I mean, it's this back when kids movies didn't have any double entendres or adult only humor that the kids are like, what's that mean?
Yeah.
You know, like it's pure.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of fart jokes and a lot of toilet humor, but it's still, you know, family appropriate.
Came out in 1992.
Yep. No big actors. No one that, you know, really.
Victor Wong.
Victor Wong's in it. Yes, that is true.
Because he has done quite a few movies afterward as well.
Next movie, another great kids movie. Great, pure, you know, a little bit of adult humor. Rudy looking at the neighbor, you know, the neighbor chick through binoculars. But other than that, they don't say no nudity, no, you know.
Right.
1987, another case of no real big actors in it. But it's a great movie. It's a bunch of kids who form a club based on monsters. Dracula comes to town to try to find this amulet that'll make him immortal.
You still haven't said the name of the movie yet.
Monster Squad. Monster Squad. Well, this was one of my favorite movies as a kid.
I watched it with you. That was the first time I watched it, like a
There,
few months ago.
there is one line in this movie that it's been played on radio shows, TV shows, everything. There's a part where they're in this creepy mansion and Wolfman's coming after him. And one kid says to the other, kick him in the nards. The other kid says, he doesn't have any nards, just do it. So this kid kicks the Wolfman in the nards and he drops it. He says, Wolfman's got nards. Great movie. I mean, it's a shame that it didn't do bigger than it did. My kids love it. Also hard to find. Every once in a while you find it at Walmart in the $5 bin. You know, it's on Amazon Prime right now. So check it out. Great movie.
Next one, 1976, Bugsy Malone.
This was the hardest to find.
This is a great movie, and I forgot to bring it over again, by the way. I was thinking of it when I was leaving the house.
Very young Scott Baio.
Yep.
Very young Jodie Foster. Very, very young.
13, 14.
Yeah, they before Jodie Foster was in Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
Great movie. It's a musical, but it's a mobster movie with little kids. And there's no guns, there's no real violence. They use these guns that shoot like cream pies.
Yeah, cream pie.
They have cars that have pedals. I mean, it's just a great movie. It's hard to find though.
And it's funny too. It has a lot of comedy into it. And
Yeah.
I laughed, and the kids loved it, and my girl loved it. So
I used to watch it all the time as a little kid. But like I said, I mean, it took me 6 months of hunting before I found a copy on Blu-ray on Amazon. Good price. I found it for about $18. You know, but it was hard to find. But if you can find it, I suggest you watch it. I suggest you buy it if you can. Kids will love it. Adults will love it.
it's a great movie.
You know, and it's like I said, Scott Baio and Jodie Foster.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
Next movie.
It's Howard the Duck,
Ah,
1986. This is a great movie.
awesome movie. And it's back when cheesy. It's so cheesy that it's good.
It's cheesier than Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh yeah, way cheesier than that. And there's a little adult humor in it.
And there's a little bit of adult, like, they had a naked duck that
Yeah.
actually had breasts.
Duck movies, and they show a duck Playboy.
Yep. And
But it's based on a Marvel comic by the same name. In fact, I think they're going to remake Howard the Duck because he's been in Guardians of the Galaxy. Little cameo clips.
that'd be awesome.
It could have been better, but as it's aged, it's become a cult classic.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really beat a talking duck that fights evil.
Right.
You know, he's a master of kung fu, quack fu.
Quack fu.
Yeah. Like I said, if you can find it, get it, buy it. I own a copy. Next movie, Yeah. Oh my god.
Street Fighter 1994.
So I have mixed emotions about Street Fighter because it is the last movie that Raul Julia did, and you almost feel bad that that's almost what he's remembered by if it wasn't for Addams Family, because Raul Julia had a great career, like on Broadway, great drama movies, and then he finished off his career right before he died with Street Fighter, but also so horrible that it's good. It's back when Jean-Claude Van Damme was everywhere.
Yeah.
He was in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any action movie is starring him or Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Those are like the three main action figures that were doing big movies back then.
And it's this movie's made fun of a lot, and
rightfully so,
deservedly so. Yeah. And if you think the name Street Fighter, you're right. It is based on the video game, but that's where the similarities end, because it's just a convoluted plot about kidnapping and sonic energy or I don't know. Watch it for yourself, and if you can figure out the plot, yeah, but it's an entertaining movie.
Yeah.
Now, I almost suggested we put Mortal Kombat on there because around the same time, around the same premise, but Mortal Kombat was just a step above it. So we have to go.
It had a plot.
It stuck with the video game plot. So, next movie,
Harlem Nights. 1984, right? 1989.
1989. Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor. Enough said. Unfortunately, this was Eddie Murphy's only directorial endeavor. He quit. He never directed again after this. He wrote and directed Harlem Nights. It's a Prohibition era movie, with African American club owners going up against this mobster.
Right.
But Arsenio Hall's in it. Red Skelton's in it.
Yeah.
It's a great movie, and I don't think it got the props it deserved when it debuted.
Right.
You can find it on Amazon Prime right now for free if you have Amazon Prime.
I was looking at trying to find it, but I actually ended up ditching my Amazon Prime. So
best scene in the entire movie: Eddie Murphy got chased down by Arsenio Hall and his goons, and jumps in this shop window, and they're shooting at him. And Arsenio Hall and his buddy have Tommy guns, and the other goon has just a regular pistol. So they're spraying at this shop with these Tommy guns, and then there's a moment of silence. And the other goon pops off 2 shots. And they do it like 2 or 3 times. And finally Arsenio Hall is like, oh, stop that! He's crying. And it's just, watch it for yourself. It's an amazing movie. Didn't get the props it deserved.
Right.
Still doesn't, I don't think.
Yeah.
Next movie.
Mr. Nanny, 1993.
Hulk Hogan. Okay, now this movie I think should get some props because there's been movies made since then with the exact same premise, the exact same plot. Pacifier to Vin Diesel. Take Pacifier, because I know you've all, especially you have kids, you've seen the Pacifier. Take that, except instead of former Navy SEAL, put former professional wrestler.
Yeah. That's
basically the same plot. Evil people trying to get a scientist invention.
Yeah.
And by trying to kidnap the kids, basically. Hulk Hogan, and the plot's great, but the acting's horrible because it's Hulk Hogan. You can't, but it is what it is, When I was a kid, it was awesome. I went back and watched it, and I was like, oh, God. He takes over this position as a bodyguard for these kids by watching the last nanny jump out of a window on fire.
Right.
So, just, and I almost suggested the toy. Do you remember the toy with Richard Pryor? He gets paid to be this rich kid's plaything. Yeah. I almost suggested that because better movie, but I think the toy is more well known than Mr. Nanny.
It'd be kind of like Kindergarten Cop as well.
Oh yeah, way more. Like there's even a famous line from Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
It's not the tumor. But check it out. Judge for yourself. I mean, the acting quality is not that great. The plot and premise are good. There's some laughs in there.
Yeah.
Next movie. This one goes against our type on this list. This one is very well known. It's Revenge of the Nerds. 1984. Funny anecdote about this. This was the second movie I ever saw in the theaters. First movie, Nightmare on Elm Street. We've talked about that. But I saw this in the drive-in theater, and I wasn't supposed to be watching it. My mom's roommate and my older sister were watching that. I was supposed to be watching, I think, like the Care Bear movie or something on another screen. But I was like, titties. Because there was boobies on the screen. And that's the thing. It's not, there's definitely some shocking moments in there. Things that wouldn't be acceptable today, like the scene where the main nerd tricks the head cheerleader into thinking that he's her boyfriend and they have sex.
Right.
But then when she discovers it's the nerd, she's like, oh my God, I'm in love with the nerd. That's rape.
Yeah.
It's rape. And today you wouldn't get away with that in a movie. But it is what it is. Up the panty raid.
Yeah.
Setting up cameras to watch girls undress. Not okay nowadays. No. But at the time, it's awesome.
Voyeurism.
Yeah. Revenge of the Nerds, simple plot. Bunch of nerds decide that they're going to form their own fraternity. Lambda.
Yep. And they're tired of the jocks. So they're always battling them.
Yep.
Picked on.
At the end, the jocks come out on top. I mean, the nerds come out on top. The jocks are, kicked out of the power in the Greek Council.
Yep.
And that's, it sparked several sequels.
Yeah, I think there's 3 of them.
Yeah, several sequels. It get worse in quality as you go along.
But that comes with every movie that's awesome in the beginning, and then the sequels just...
This movie coined the term douchebag.
Yeah.
There's a character, Booger, and there's a part where the jocks are driving by the Lambda house, and they ask Booger, what are you looking at, nerd? And he says, I thought I was looking at my mother's old douchebag. Ever since then, a phrase was cemented in pop culture history.
Yeah, everybody uses that.
A lot of people don't know that this is the movie that term came from. That was the first time it had been used as an insult.
Right.
And obviously, people don't say, I thought, you're my mother's old douchebag. It got shortened to just douchebag. But this is where it came from. Now you know.
Yeah.
You might not have wanted to know.
But now you know.
But you know. Was that it? I think that might have been it. That might have been all the movies we were going to talk about. Like I said, there's tons of movies. We all have those movies that we grew up watching.
If you could think of any that you think we should check out, put it in the comments below.
We'll check it out. Maybe we'll do a sequel to this.
Yeah.
A part 2. As always, like, share, subscribe. Keep watching. And keep on checking on us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. A lot of exciting things are happening.
Yeah. Been a little slow lately because that's mostly my fault. The work is getting in the way. So
work. But yeah, stay tuned for more exciting developments. Stay tuned for our Gallium Fun with Science episode.
Got that going on. It's actually going on behind the camera right now.
Stay tuned for more Fun with Science. We're going to do another Fire Bubble episode. All Fire Bubble. We're not going to mix it in with the Fire Snake or anything else. It's just going to be fire, fire, fire.
Yeah, but everybody loves the fire.
Yeah. So, thanks for watching. See you soon.